Hello everybody, it's Guiding Halo. This is going to be your daily hope for the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of February. I hope you're all doing well. I just got back from visiting with some family and, well, let's just say, my gifts have pronounced themselves fully yet again. And I find it difficult because in coming into these gifts, I end up scary accurate. And sometimes the scary accurate is with the things that scare people. Now, I call it a habit of oversharing, but at the same time, I understand that all things are for divine purpose and divine reason. And they're absolutely meant to be if you trust what's coming out of your mouth and everything that's happening for divine purpose. It has to be, right? So I'm feeling, to be honest, a little bothered, I guess, by my gifts, by the truth of the positive side and the not so positive side. It's hard. It's at times like a double-edged sword, and sometimes I don't know, like, it doesn't matter how I move or what I say or what I do, there's just it's uncomfortable, not just for others, but for me too. Because I myself leave myself vulnerable, I feel, in saying these things or in speaking what's coming to me. And while the family understands and they don't disbelieve it or anything like that, but when the information is challenging, it's scary, you know, and it's just not always fun being this person that I am. And in pulling these cards and preparing for this reading, boy, is this reading speaking to me, let me tell you. So let's get started. We have the horse here, which is freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves and stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So there's definitely things that the divine is leading us here towards. This year for me really stems to a lot of freedom in my life and what I want to create, how I want to create it, how the divine is moving me to create it. And doesn't this depict that in absolute form? It's even like the same color as my nails on this card. Huh? How about that? Right? That's the first thing I noticed about this reading. Let's read the horse card of freedom. Oh, I guess it's horse, not freedom. Horse, E-F-G-H. There it is. Horse is humanity's greatest partner. Horse people accomplish great things and usually go further than others think is possible. They always get the job done and have energy to spare. The horse is the friend of the shaman and mystic and faithfully carries them to realms of power. Horse signifies the need for freedom, exploration, and discovery. Horse medicine helps break stagnant patterns and creates opportunities for new life directions. If horse shows up on your path, they may be encouraging you to strive for more freedom. Has your life become boring? Horse energy will reconnect you to new horizons and greener pastures. If horse is your totem, you are a lover of travel and adventure. You can accomplish great things, and you love to serve on your own terms. Ain't that the truth for me? Your fulfillment comes from an ever-changing landscape. You need to watch out for those who would try to fence in your brave spirit. Call upon horse to refresh your energy, endurance, and ambition. You have gifts for the world. Hold on to horse and ride toward your destiny. Well, I could end the reading right there. That pretty much explains, you know, how I'm feeling. And the divine telling me what I should be embodying and what I should be embracing. So this is definitely for some of you out there as well. Absolutely. These readings, like I say, they always teach me and resonate with me on a very strong level. I'm going to pull a tarot card. Yeah, see, it's about the entrepreneur. It's about being that spark of action that creates a trajectory forward for other people to step into and to fill. And when that's done and that trajectory continues on, then you're free to move on and start other things. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Knowing what you do want, knowing what you don't want, having maybe a little bit of a hard time with the balance, but it's about shedding a layer of skin each time, or encompassing different things on a regular basis, all underneath the same umbrella of operation. That's what that's about to me. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately towards the highest good. So if we believe that and understand that, our gifts, our desires, our everything, the things we say, the things we stand on shouldn't scare us, but sometimes they do, you know? And how are we going to react to that, or are we just going to let it flow? My reaction tonight was to run like the horse, you know, to just run wild and free, run away from the danger, because things I've had to say hit really close to home for people tonight. And in some aspect, I realized how my spoken word causes that intense chain reaction between people and where spirit is heading them, and puts them in touch with not only their gifts to create the beautiful, but when they focus on the wrong thing, their gifts to create the negative. Okay? The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately toward the highest good. I don't know who this is for out there, or if it's for the mass consciousness as a whole, but I had a very empowering dream that gave me the numbers 611, not 611, but 6 and then 11 and 2611. So I believe that something's going to happen very transformative. Either, you know, it could be a death, it could be a freak accident, I don't know, something happened between 6th of November and the 26th of November this year. So that's what the upsetting thing was, and it upset some people that I care about very much. I didn't want to, but there's absolute divine reason for why they were told that and why I shared it with them. So there's something here about what the divine's trying to take us into right now, what they're trying to move us towards, and trusting the divine. Your heart is pure and free, and everything that happened and is going to happen is because your heart is pure and free, and there's a greater purpose that calls you. And I think part of the reason, if you have gifts and things that you're sharing with people, that it makes them nervous is it's actually how correct you actually are is what makes them nervous. And they know you're correct. They can pinpoint the exact moments that you told them things or showed them things, even about their energy. If you're in energy work, it doesn't even have to be psychic, but all of these sorts of things that have come to pass. And you told them perhaps if they didn't take care of this chakra and that chakra, or a healing thing, or dealing with something from their past, or even something that's coming, you know, because of their past energy, they were going to face a certain situation, and they're going to find themselves exactly in it. And they are not going to question your gifts. But when you speak further on things, it makes them nervous, because they do not question your gifts. They do not question them. And it makes me nervous, because I don't necessarily want to be the bearer of that news, you know? Yeah, it's been a rough evening with my passions and creating with the divine. See, things are not always rosy, let me tell you. So, that being said, we have solitude. Going into some solitude to figure out what the trajectory is forward and what's actually going on. Is something about the solitude that's going to bring you to a gateway that's going to help you refocus and help you understand exactly why what's happened has happened. Okay, and why you're moving forward to what you're doing now. Being that this is a 3-day reading, I am going to read all 3 of these cards. I'm going to say that the solitude's for Friday, gateways for Saturday, and focus is for Sunday. Okay, so we'll read those now. Let me get my book. Solitude, Friday, the 21st of February. Islands are bodies of land surrounded by water. They can be in an atoll or a river basin. However, the ocean surrounds most islands. They can be massive with their own unique verdant ecosystems, and they can be small and barren. The terrain can be flat or mountainous. They can be a detachment from the mainland through erosion, or they can arise from the sea through volcanic activity. The thing that is universal in all islands is their isolation, and many cultures assign mystical symbolic meaning to particular islands. They are thought to be the resting places of gods and thus are used for sacred purposes. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Spend some time alone. In your life, this means to take your own counsel rather than relying on the opinions and dictates of others. Break away from the crowd. Be on your own. The card also speaks of self-resourcefulness, self-reliance, and tenacious individuality. If you are working on a project, trust your instincts and follow your own lead. Your creativity is at its peak. Let it flow. If you are in a relationship that is disempowering, this card suggests that it is time to step away. Take time to reassess your life. In solitude, you will thrive. This card also suggests safe haven, a sacred womb for incubation and self-transformation. So it reminds me very much of the Hermit card, Virgo card, solitude. It's about looking at where you've been, seeing where you're at, and which way you want to go forward, and what you're going to create as you go forward. Let's read the Gateway card next. So in this solitude, we're heading towards a gateway. Let's find out what that's about. It's beautiful. Look at that card. It's absolutely beautiful. There are places on the planet where the veil between the physical realms and the mystical dimension is especially thin. These places are called portals, vortexes, or spiritual gateways. In mythology, they are revered as a place where things belong or beyond ordinary reality can occur. Yeah, I'd say I was in that this evening. Mystics, visionaries, and shamans can traverse this realm and the next through these places. In Celtic traditions, the wee folk, fairies, and elves easily move through these portals and have access to these magical places. The Enchanted Valley is a place where these portals often appear. Magic is afoot. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand. It is now much easier to manifest your dreams. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Gateways to spirit are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. Fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to hallowed, holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. To be honest, part of me is afraid of that. Is part of you afraid of the expansion that's coming your way? Because I'm telling you, I'm already struggling with the expansion I have. Never mind facing more. Will I? Absolutely. Do I want to? Not necessarily. Do I feel called to? Absolutely. Am I going to? Maybe not ever so willingly, but it's a gateway, and it's a portal of energy we're coming into for Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a gateway we're approaching, and it has to do, because we've been in solitude, that we're coming across this gateway where we can cross the threshold from the now to the hereafter, or to it's a place mystic and shamans can traverse both realms. So whether it's 5D, 7D, 9D, it could be, even 3D, or between all perhaps. And this could be about communication between higher self and self. This could be about the different dimensional you conversing with yourself here, and possibly being given numbers in dreams and stuff like that from higher realms, from realms where you or another version of you, higher self, whichever you want to call it, is residing and living out there, things that are going to happen that are very important at certain times for you to keep your eye on. So there's that gateway coming. Something about this weekend, Saturday, which is the 22nd of February, 2/22/2020. Wow, that's significant. That's very significant. You'll have to look up what all those twos mean. So the next card out is focus. So it's about getting into this position to be able to transverse between gateways. Maybe it's in your dreams, maybe it's right here, right now in the waking world, but there's something that's going to require focus, and let's read what that's about. The gateway, stepping into this gateway. Solitude helps you connect to the gateway, and the gateway leads you to whatever this focus is about. Snowy mountain peak. Mountains traditionally represent transcendence and spiritual evolution. They also symbolize rising above mundane situations and reaching greater heights. Well, this is all about leveling up, my friends, it seems. The snow at the peak represents pristine clarity. So solitude brings forth a new gateway for us to move forward into pristine clarity. Mountain peaks are often the destination of spiritual pilgrimages. Many cultures believed that the tops of mountains were the resting points of the gods and celestial beings. What you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent to one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources and with intensity and passion go forward and upward, and you'll see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms. The gateway. So stay focused on as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms now. So it's about definitely stepping up to the higher version of you, of me, of all of us. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately towards the highest good. So whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you want to create passionately, regardless, whatever you are doing spiritually that creates a chain reaction is absolutely of divine reason. You must trust it, regardless of how uncomfortable it is. Yes, I know I'm preaching to myself right now, but there's somebody else out there that needs to hear this. So it's about having the strength. You have courage. You can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. So someone's here is very powerful. Someone here understands their power to create and understands what they say, creates a trajectory, understands how they be. Their energy creates that trajectory forward. You understand that. Absolutely you do. And there's times where we're not even comfortable with the amount of action that we take, and we're faced with the hesitation of, did I do the right thing? Or am I going to do the right thing? Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. Look at the combining energies here. Find your strength. I'd say I'm spiraling into my strength, to find the strength to speak what I have to speak, to be courageous in it. And this is what is to follow. Look at that. Stop hesitating. You must speak. Take action, do what is important to you, do what's necessary to create the trajectory forward, and trust the things that come out of your mouth. When you are a divine light worker, when you are a whatever you want to call yourself, a healer, a whatever, and you're trying to help people, love people, show people the way, trust that wherever you find yourself, whoever you find yourself talking to is absolutely for divine purpose. Why? Because your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves and stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Take action. Stop hesitating. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I chuckle at myself. So, dearest you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first, you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. Now, well, for me, that's everybody liking me. Well, not everybody is going to like what you got to say. It's easy to get caught in the endless loop, yep, of wanting this or that so you can feel safe, yep. The only way out is to surrender the attachment, empty yourself so that you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so, so much. This makes me want to cry. It really does. So what's the truth of the matter and what's where I'm at right now? See how this color matches my nails? Yep, that's exactly where I'm at right now. Let's read it. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. Yep. Geez, I deepened my level of intimacy tonight with family members and with people I care about. And it scared me, not to mention scared them. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed to vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There is amazing freedom, no word of a lie, look at that, freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the individual bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better and, we hope, learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Look at that. Confirmation from the divine. I said this is right where I'm at. Look at the color of my nails and the color of the wording. Yep. Yep, I'm all up in my feels tonight. Dang, that Pisces new moon coming on Sunday, huh? It's getting me already. Oh, hoofty. Okay. Last one. Dearest you. We're here on the other side, have an important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although those are wonderful, but sometimes above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animal life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it. And we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. Wow. So, taking passionate action to create the new, stepping into new focus. Let's pull a card tarot on this horse of freedom. What are we seeking freedom for? Where are we heading to with our freedom? The divine. You follow the wings of change and accomplish your dreams. Look at that. Ooh. Someone's heading towards stability in the home life, possibly marriage. This is also known as a marriage card. Yet again, that new portal. Someone could be getting engaged to. Could be celebrating the stability you've found with the divine and with others. This is a family type celebration. What is this? The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, lead me compassionately towards my highest good. Emperor, taking control of the situation. This could be dealing with a boss, CEO, father figure, something. It's about commitment to the end game. It's about absolute commitment to the end game. The only thing higher than the Emperor is the Hierophant. So at the end of your life, when you look in the mirror, what do you want to be able to feel, to say to yourself? Do we want to say, I laid it all on the line, I went for it, I did everything I need to do, and in order to have that, the universe is always conspiring to support me. You have to believe that, guide me and lead me compassionately towards the highest good. Someone could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. Could be dealing with Aries, Scorpio, Aquarius. Could be father, grandfather, older person in your world. Could have a long white beard and white hair. Could be a boss, CEO. Could be a judge. There's something about freedom here that is cause for celebration. So what is this solitude about? Solitude. Give me a tarot card for this solitude situation. Solitude. Hangman. Well, that's cleared. That clarifies it. Going inward, asking the divine for clarity about which way to move next. Tell me about this gateway, portal of energy where we can reach our dreams and go between realms to create, to get messages, to hear, to move forward. What is gateway? The divine bringing something back. You back to you, ships coming in, feeling all emotional about that, putting an absolute dead end, something that possibly was an absolute dead end. Could be dealing with Pisces energy, could be dealing with something in the court system, but something that you feel, or perhaps wasn't quite a dead end, you felt was, could be coming back as an energetic gateway to take you to a new understanding of power and what it is you create in your life. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Both 4 cards. 20, I believe that's 20. Is that 20? Yep. And a 3 and a 10. Interesting. You can Google those numbers. What's this focus card about? Tell me what the focus card is about, please. An offer that'll take you forward in the long term, focusing on. There's more going on here than meets the eye with all of this that you're going through. You can't see clearly towards the future with it yet, but you will. And there's something about divine trust here. This is the Pisces card, and the Pisces new moon is on Sunday. And that's what I said, the focus card was for Sunday. So there's something, an offer that's going to happen, or an opportunity, and there's lack of clarity about which way to move forward, but it's all to deal with higher vibrational focus and spiritual alignment, coming into understanding spirit on a whole new level. So the Strength card there to take action, even if you feel left out in the cold, even if your action will leave you out in the cold, possibly even bring lack of communication between 2 people that love each other. Kindred spirit type energy, 2 people that agree they care about each other, but someone's feeling, someone could be having 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th thoughts about this relationship. This could be someone that you liked coming back around, that you thought was a dead ending and have not heard from for quite some time. There's something to do with taking action where that's concerned. Okay, I'm going to pull another card here from this deck. How do we move forward? How do we best move forward? How do we best move forward? When I lean toward love, I am led. That's how we best move forward. Lean towards all things that are love, and the divine will lead you. Just be love. Trust that you yourself feel the way you feel for a reason. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Wow. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So it's about moving forward with absolute love, being love, creating love. So whatever it is that's coming back around that someone's dealing with or facing, do it from a loving stance. So if someone says, you know what, like, I need to talk to you to heal this part of me, say, that's awesome. Let's talk. I'm going to talk. So we'll have a conversation. And just so you know, this is just about you putting it on the table, right? Because there's nothing I want to do with the past. And I will allow you to speak your mind and I'll listen, but I'm still moving forward. If someone is, or you're, how do we say, you're dealing with something that was from the past in a legal sense, just understand what is the highest outcome that you want. If it's for rights to be wronged, for truth to be spoken, for right things to be learned and all that sort of stuff, then say that, speak from the highest version of yourself. What would the ninth dimensional version of yourself say about this situation you're dealing with right now, and go with that. Okay, I hope this message resonates for you guys. I'll be talking to you again soon. I love you. Blessings.